Do you know the tale of Lugalbanda, the unsung hero whose adventures paved the way for Gilgamesh's epic? In the ancient city of Uruk, long before Gilgamesh's reign, Lugalbanda served as a loyal officer under King Enmerkar. Their quest to conquer the distant and wealthy city of Arata led them through the treacherous Zabu mountains, a journey that would test Lugalbanda's endurance and spirit. As the army marched through the unforgiving, jagged peaks of the Zabu mountains, Lugalbanda's vigor waned with each labored breath. His body, once strong, now trembled under the weight of fever and exhaustion. The warriors of Uruk gathered around their fallen comrade, faces heavy with sorrow. One spoke in a hushed tone, "We cannot tarry, not when Arata waits. To leave him here is cruelty, but to take him is to doom us all." With grief etched in their hearts, they laid Lugalbanda gently within a cold, shadowed cave, the stone walls damp with the scent of earth and old rain. A solemn voice broke the stillness. "May the gods guard you," murmured a soldier, placing dried meats and water at his side. "And may Inanna's grace find you." Another whispered a prayer, his voice cracking, "Do not leave us for the underworld, friend." As their footsteps faded into the mist, silence enveloped the cave like a shroud. Lugalbanda, now utterly alone, shivered as the chill crept over his bones. Shadows flickered across the walls, and he closed his eyes, lips moving in desperate entreaty. "Great Utu, god of the blazing sun," Lugalbanda murmured, his voice trembling and echoing through the damp stone chamber. "Cast thy healing light upon this wretched form." His breath came in ragged sighs, and the cold air tasted of earth and ancient sorrow. "Inanna, fierce goddess of love and battle," he continued, the words spilling from cracked lips, "lend me thy strength to endure this trial." His plea lingered, carried away by the drafts that whispered through the cave's shadowed corners. Days blurred into nights as fever gripped his weary frame. In fitful dreams, phantoms of divine beings hovered, their voices veiled in mystery. "Seek the winged one," a figure whispered, its face half hidden in a golden haze. Another, cloaked in shadows, intoned, "Strength lies within, though unseen." Lugalbanda's body shuddered, yet something within him stirred. When his eyes opened at dawn, the first light kindled a spark in his soul. A newfound resolve glistened, fierce and unyielding, as he readied himself to face whatever lay beyond. Resolute in his will to live, Lugalbanda emerged from the cave, his limbs trembling, each step heavy with weakness. Yet his spirit, like tempered iron, would not yield. The dense forest enveloped him, shadows swaying as the wind whispered through ancient trees. There, amid twisted roots and mossy stones, he beheld a nest woven high in the boughs, home to the fearsome Anzu bird, a being of thunderous wings and unmatched might. Within the nest lay a lone chick, eyes wide and helpless, crying out with a voice like broken reeds. Compassion stirred in Lugalbanda's heart. "Even the mighty begin small," he murmured, gazing at the fragile creature. With newfound purpose, he scoured the forest, limbs aching yet tireless. Each time he returned, he laid offerings of grubs and fruits before the chick, cradling it with gentle hands. "Hush now, little one," he whispered, his voice a lullaby against the vast wilderness. "I shall not let hunger claim thee." In his acts of mercy, a light began to spark in the darkness, a bond formed between mortal and the divine. One evening, as the sun sank behind the jagged peaks, the sky deepened to a dusky crimson, and shadows unfurled like whispers of the old gods. Suddenly, a mighty darkness swept across the heavens, and with a clap that shook the earth, the Anzu descended. Its colossal wings beat the air, and its sharp eyes, bright as molten gold, fell upon the nest. "Who tends my fledgling in my absence?" the Anzu's voice thundered, rippling through the ancient oaks. Lugalbanda stepped forward, heart pounding yet steady. Bowing low, he spoke with reverence. "It is I, great Anzu. Thy chick was hungry and weak, and I could not let it suffer." The Anzu's fierce gaze softened, and a moment of silence passed, heavy with ancient power. "For thy kindness, mortal," the bird intoned, voice like rolling thunder. "A boon thou shalt have. Declare thy wish." Lugalbanda lifted his head, eyes bright with hope. "Grant me swiftness to rejoin my comrades and wisdom to aid our cause." The Anzu nodded, a solemn blessing. "Go forth, fleet and wise. Keep thy heart true." Empowered by Anzu's blessing, Lugalbanda sped across the 7 mountains, the wind tearing at his cloak, whispering secrets of the sky. He moved swift as a falling star, feet scarcely touching the earth. When he finally reached Enmerkar's weary forces, men halted in their labors, jaws agape with wonder. One soldier, eyes wide with disbelief, broke into a run. "Lugalbanda! By the gods, we thought the mountains had claimed you," he cried, seizing him in a fierce embrace. His voice quivered, the joy in it rough as river stones. Lugalbanda, breathless but whole, clasped his friend's shoulder. "The gods have indeed shown me favor," he answered, voice carrying the weight of distant trials and divine winds. His gaze, steady and fierce, spoke of whispered prayers and winged salvation. The men around him murmured in awe, the light of belief rekindled in their eyes. In that moment, amidst comrades and echoes of the divine, Lugalbanda knew his spirit had been forged anew. With his newfound gifts, Lugalbanda proved a treasure beyond measure in the siege of Arata. Yet his heart knew the task was not complete. He embarked on a perilous journey to Uruk, feet swift as the coursing wind, crossing vast plains and jagged hills in a single sun's passing. When at last he stood before the radiant Inanna, he knelt low. "O goddess of love and war," he entreated, voice steady yet humble, "guide us, for our victory lies in thy grace." Inanna, her gaze fierce yet full of favor, beheld his devotion. "Rise, Lugalbanda," she spoke, her words like music woven with thunder. "Thy courage moves even the gods. Take my counsel, and triumph shall be thine." Thus armed with divine wisdom, Lugalbanda returned, leading Uruk to a resounding victory. Songs of his valor echoed through the city's walls, and tales of his resilience and the favor of the gods became legend. Years hence, his son, the great Gilgamesh, would draw strength from this legacy, remembering a father who faced the abyss and returned, not broken but remade. Lugalbanda's story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, acts of kindness and faith can lead to extraordinary transformations. His journey from a forsaken soldier to a semi-divine hero exemplifies the timeless truth that true strength lies within, waiting to be awakened by courage and compassion.